What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's a huge thanks for coming back. We really appreciate you. So today's going to be a little bit of a different video, as we're going to be working with Cody from TSW on a newer 2018 F150 that has been Raptor swap. It's a pretty cool truck. Again, it's a 2018 F150 that they previously installed all of the suspension from a Raptor. By doing this swap, this guy actually has a Coyote instead of the EcoBoost, which in my opinion is the right engine that the Raptor should come with in the first place. And what we're actually going to be doing is installing a set of our new coil buckets that we made in collaboration with TSW Arizona. So we're going to have Cody walk you guys through what the improvements over these coil buckets over anything on the market, which I believe they are the strongest, best coil buckets on the market right now. So again, he's going to give you a walk around of what makes our coil buckets better, and then we're actually going to do the install on the 2018 F150 that I was telling you guys about.
Hey guys, so we have our coil bucket, obviously. Now, the reason why we made coil buckets is they were starting to break. Aftermarket companies were starting to rip open. And I'm going to go over a few features that I truly like that we came up with, and the reason why, once you put these to your frame, they'll never break. One is this one-piece fold-over design right here. Nobody else has this. Everybody's done a section welded to it. Another one over here is where we could call your Christmas trees. So your brake lines, your IWE lines, everything that will cross over will plug into here, which nobody else has. Over here we have a bridge that is thicker than anybody else's on the market. Your upper control arms are slotted, so when you put your coil bucket in there, you can slide it back and forth and get the absolute best fitment. You have your weld holes. These have been recessed, so you can actually do a full weld all the way across here. These have been recessed as well, so once you go to put your coil bucket in here, it's going to fit. So the reason we want to do coil buckets is because Gen 2 shocks are better than Gen 1s. They have what's called a bigger IFP in there. They have another shim stack inside. They're truly advanced shock, and especially for how cheap you could get them, the perfect way to fit them is to do a coil bucket conversion. So this truck was already swapped. He had a Gen 1 setup on it. Wants a little more travel, better ride, more capabilities. So we are going to use our coil bucket. So we're going to come in, we're going to cut out previous coil bucket, which we'll show in the next video. And then so we'll come in, cut it all out, get it prepped, ready to fit, and it'll slide in with one hand. And nobody else can do that on the market.
We also did a reinforcement plate for them, right, to make them even more stout on the frame.
Yeah, so what I was noticing on my own personal truck, I was ripping the upper control arm and the coil bucket off the frame. So we came over here and we clean this area up and we reinforce it to come all the way down. So the other side, Ford did it. For some reason, they didn't want to do it on the F-150s. So what we did is we came over, we'll clean it, and we'll 3/16 plate it, and then we'll double plate it on the frame too. So you're going to have a lot of force, and that's going to stop it from twisting and wanting to rip off. And that's, you know, what sets us apart is we go out, we use our own products. I go out and I test them. I've been installing these for years, truly over 100 of these installed, and nobody else has anything close to this. I'm very happy to say that. So the reason we cut the coil buckets the way we do is we want to have a flat surface. So these coil buckets start to come in. So the best way to look at it is, where does your bend start? That's where we want to cut it. We want to leave as much material on here as possible. So if you come over and take a look straight down here, see how it's nice and straight? So what we do is take a look at the coil bucket, and just before it starts to bend, we'll cut it off. That way we have a nice, perfect fit. So now what we're going to do next is come over here. We're going to cut nice and straight right here, all the way around. And then your top part is off. There's a little spot weld on this back side right here, so you have to wiggle it back and forth and it'll pop right off.
Having a great time. Yeah, nice workout. Yeah, and there you go, guys. That's all the cutting you need to do.
Alright. So, first test fit. Perfect.
And like I said, that was one of our biggest goals, is make this a super easy install. Just literally slide in, no having to press them in, jump on the coil buckets, anything. They just slide in.
So the way I like to install these is first I'll do, I call it dry fit. So we're going to put these on, take your upper control arm bolts, and slide them in. Next, what we'll do is we'll come over here and mark every area that we need to go and remove paint from. I try to remove the least amount of paint, that way we don't have to worry about rust. And we'll come over to our spot weld. And we're going to come over here. And then we'll come over here on the outsides. So when welding, you don't want it to catch fire, the paint, because it's going to mess up your welds and knock out the ozone. So we're going to come on the outside of the coil bucket, and everywhere we're going to weld on the outside, which is going to start from here and come all the way down to here. So we're going to knock off all this paint as well. And it's almost as easy as that. We're going to come across the bottom here too. We're going to remove here, and we're going to stack up, and we're going to weld on there as well. And that's going to help with the coil bucket forcing back as well. This is just a dry fit. So once we get it fitted, it's going to get a little bit closer, a little bit tighter, and we'll show in the next video.
Okay, guys, and this is about what you want to see before you install your buckets and weld them. Again, you always want to clean. You always want to weld to clean steel, so that's about what you want it to look like.
And a pro tip: spray the top of your coil bucket before installing it. Only this area, that way it won't affect your welding. But it makes it hard to get to at times. You don't want to do a lot of overspray. But just a quick pro tip:
Slide it in.
are you ready for this? And that's what you want to look for. That is, I would say, perfection. So we're going to weld all these corners, the weld holes. We'll show after. We'll get it pre-fitted. We'll just do a quick video of that. But we'll show you what it's supposed to look like, the things you check for. And yeah, I'll do the next clip. Alright, so once we got everything set in place, what we want to do is make sure that your upper control arm bolts are going to slide in and out without any tension on the sides, because it's going to make it really hard, especially if you have aftermarket upper control arms that have misalignments and uniballs. It's really quite difficult afterwards. So we always make sure that you have enough space to go in and out. So another thing we look for is making sure we close up all the gaps on the corners, so when we're welding, we don't have these massive gaps in here. But we designed the coil bucket to be a little bit thinner and stretch out, and you don't want to stretch out, because what's going to happen, like I was saying with those upper control arms, you're not going to be able to slide them in and out. You're going to have a terrible time. But this is how it should look like before you go ahead and start welding.
Dude, what the hell? What do you want?
I don't want to be in the video.
What do you want?
Cody, can you kick me the stand, the step ladder real quick?
So we just got done welding the coil buckets. Well, if you want to come take a look and see where we welded them, we'll weld them on the outside, all the way down, across the bottom, our weld hole, on the sides, across our 4 weld holes down the side, and then vice versa. And one thing you'll notice what we did versus what nobody else does, so this is a reinforcement plate. And you see this side, it's actually reinforced. So you have so much force consistently pushing up that it will actually start to rip the control or the coil buckets out and the control arm pockets as well. So what we designed was a reinforcement plate on this side. So it's double welded and 3/16 thick, but that ensures that you're never going to have a problem. You can go ahead and go run your whoops in Baja, go out there and jump as far as you can. And I know that because it happened to me. I was ripping my control arm, my coil buckets off. So we came out with this design to ensure that you guys don't have to worry. And that's what we're all about, is making something a little bit better. And that's why I teamed up with Blowing Diesel. You'll sit there and do revision after revision, no matter how many times I ask. And that's why we paired up together. Plus, we both like the same thing, going fast, off-roading. OBSs are awesome too, but my thing is Raptors. So, but yeah, that's what our finished design and idea looks like. And I'm so happy with it. This is what it looks like afterwards. This is a Raptor swap conversion. Like I was saying earlier, he came in with a Gen 1 shock on. So what we did is did the shock rebuild, we put on Geyser progressive springs, and then we installed our coil buckets. And without a doubt, this is the strongest coil bucket on the market. There's no way this will ever rip out. But yeah, I'll just zoom in.
All right, guys, so that's going to be it. Again, we are super proud of the product that we made with TSW Arizona. I think they came out absolutely fantastic, better than any other coil bucket in the market for the, for the Raptors, for the F150s. Again, great product. And again, if you don't want to go to the trouble of installing the coil buckets, or if you want to do the full Raptor swap like you saw on the truck on the video, hit up my buddy TSW Arizona. I'll leave a link to his Instagram, to his email down below. He will get you set up. And I'll show a quick picture of his truck, but if you want a full Baja build truck, he can also do that for you. Get the guy does crazy stuff. Again, huge thank you to you guys, to Cody and everyone. We are super excited about this new product. So again, go check it out. It's on the website. Go check out Cody's Instagram, website, and we'll hopefully be showing you more action with this truck and other stuff that's coming down the line with TSW Arizona. Again, we are super excited. So again, hit the like, leave any comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you for the next one.